Guys, what's up? It is Doug at Big Squid, and today I am here with my review of the CEN Racing Sicario, the big dually truck here, as you can see. We put an unboxing video live the same time at this is going live, and the truck is a lot more shiny in that unboxing video. I talk about some of the general specs and again, take it out of the box there. So check that out. Here we're going to be talking about performance and the other stuff related to that more so. And yeah, this truck is not shiny anymore. This has been a fun week I've had with this truck here. I have done a little bashing, I've done a little trailing, I've done some mud bogging, and I've even done some truck pulling with it. So excited to talk about this because this is my first experience with the dually platform. CEN Racing had the F450 had been out for a while, so this here is the same platform basically, but they've updated it with a couple things, and the main thing here is this body, which is a classic style. It's not licensed, but it's a classic style Chevy, like there would be a custom truck if somebody stretched it out and made a dually out of an old like Apache or something like that. So you can see here the font on the back. It's very similar to the classic Chevy font. So this truck is ready to run. It comes with a T-style, Dean's plug connectors that are installed on it. So you do need a battery. You can run 2S or 3S. I can tell you that I ran 3S almost the whole time here because 3S with the stock gearing in it just gives you plenty of power and plenty of wheel speed. It comes with a Savic servo that's installed with 12 kilograms of torque, around 400 ounces is what that translates to. The servo does feel very good. More on that really quick in a moment though with an adjustment I did have to make out of the box. So the ESC, you get a WP 1040 Hobby Wing brushed ESC, and the motor is a brushed Silvercan 550 size. I'm not sure of the turns on it. So here's the transmitter. I actually want to start with this because there's an adjustment I had to make right from the box, but this is the manual. That's important, the manual in this case, because this radio here, this is an alright, it's kind of standard fare, ready to run radio, but you can adjust servo endpoints, and the truck was not wanting to turn very much one way, and you can adjust the endpoint here. It was just an endpoint adjustment. Once I made that, I had plenty of steering throw either way. So if you get yours and out of the box you're like, wait, something's wrong here with the servo, just read this and check the endpoint. You might have to make an endpoint adjustment like I did. So having it on the bench here, guys, you can see that body, which again I beat on it pretty well, and it's held together. So it's actually it's Lexan, of course. There's no interior or anything, but you do have a nice bumper here on the back, and these mirrors, which these mirrors stuck on. You have these the windshield wipers, and of course the front here. You can see the bumper. I'm taking some knocks here, but it's held together pretty nice. And I'd imagine a lot of folks out there probably not going to beat it so hard like I did here, but maybe you will. But if you want to do that, it can take it. And the body looks very cool, and it is it seems pretty strong and durable. All right, guys, and here it is with the body off, and you can see here that's how the lighting on this goes for the headlights. It just connects right up here, so you do have to take that out if you want to run the lights or re-put it in, hook it up every time you take the body on or off. So it's funny here seeing this because the chassis is fairly dirty, but it's much cleaner than when I was doing the mud runs. That was very fun, let me tell you, to clean the truck. I've cleaned it multiple times here because I've got it a lot in the muck. It's been a lot of rain here as of late, but it's really, I guess, fairly easy to clean as far as scalers go. Man, this truck is long. Crazy how long this truck is. Again, it's got a 17.6-inch wheelbase, so it is very, very long. You can see the sway bars on the truck here. So it's got front and rear sway bars. Again, that's different than a normal scaler. Heavy duty. It's like a monster truck style sway bar, heavy duty front and back. So it's kind of shocking how you can drift this thing around. I mean, doing donuts is a blast on this truck, and that's what I wound up doing a bunch. Pretty much every time I was out, I wound up ripping some donuts on it. FYI here, so the hitch, the receiver, you can put different trailer, receiver stuff in there to hook a trailer up to it. For a pulling sled, for me, since I didn't have a hitch for it, I just use a zip tie here, real fast, and that was no problem. So if you want to do something like that, you can use that, and the zip tie was just fine for it. But impressive though how these sway bars, how beefy they are. Really nice shocks on this as well. The oil is just about right. I would probably, if I was going to be actually like, you know, towing some trailers and other things, I'd probably stiffen this up a little bit. I'd use some heavier oil that's in the back of it. But as far as like trailing and bashing and everything, it's totally fine. It absorbs the bumps and everything pretty well. And I got a lot of air in this truck too, because you can haul. So let's talk about speed and gearing here. So the truck is a single speed, but actually it's fairly easy here to swap from low to high gear, and you take the transmission out. And you know, I did it here and I ran it for just a little bit on high gear, but I have to say, as somebody on 3-cell, the high gear is just way too fast. If you were going to run on 2-cell, you could do that, but I actually think that the you know, the low gear or whatever, high torque as they call it, is the way to go. Here's upside down, guys. So both the front and rear on this truck, they both are 3-linked, and you have the panhard up here, which is you know, how the steering works up here. You're looking up there. I didn't have very much bump steer on it. The servo seems like it's pretty good. Again, though, I didn't have a lot of weight up front on a truck. And the drivetrain here, you get some really nice drive shafts. These dog bone style drive shafts. They're not CVD, but they you know, I didn't have anything popping out or anything. There's plenty of space there, you know, for your dog bone to go in and out without having it pop out. So and I had the suspension under full compress, jumping and everything. I didn't have an issue with it. But these drive shafts are stout, and the drive line on this, it seems very stout. So here's the big thing in this truck, which is a positive or a negative depending on what you want to do with it. The diffs are open, right? So it allows for more general bashing, right? You can't run a lock diff scaler, or you wouldn't want to run one, you know, at some of the speeds that this truck can run, just, you know, for bashing. The truck would just flip over, or at least a lot of them would. Now trucks, most scalers don't have sway bars on them either, but I guess the point being, it's nice if you want something that can actually tow, because it has a differential, right, that's open. It makes it so much easier also for high speed stuff. Yes, the diff unloads and everything, but it's a lot of fun, and it does make for a truck that is a lot more controllable in that way. But if you're gonna like go on the trail, you're not gonna be like crawling. It just won't do that. The diffs are open up. You still can get over a lot of stuff with wheel speed, and the truck has a lot of grip because of a lot of surface area of the tires that are on there, especially in the rear. But you're not gonna go crawling. I mean, this truck here, you would have to lock the diffs if you wanted to crawl. Now, CEN Racing does support this truck with their aftermarket. They actually have diff lockers you can put in it, so there's no problem with that. But just know, if you're gonna, you know, buy this truck, you're not going to be crawling with it stock. That's just not how it's going to work with the open diffs. So let's talk the tires here on it. The compound here, it reminds me of, it's a little softer than like a Tamiya semi truck. I don't have one handy here to compare it to, but that's kind of the vibes it gives me. You have grip. The back here, you have plenty of grip, you know, with these, but again, these aren't really like crawling tires, right? And they're, especially back here, they will support some weight. One thing nice, I guess, about no foams, if you're going to go mudding or something like that, it's easy enough to get the water out because there are holes in there. Just a heads up on the wheels, guys, here. They're easy to remove. It looks like you'd have to take all the screws off to get them off, but you do not. As you can see here, I went ahead and I removed the 2 screws you need to remove. You can see with the little center cap here, there's some little tabs. I'll show you here. Let me get it off. It can be on there pretty tight though, so you might need to use a little wrench like this. Sorry, it's a little wacky doing this here with holding the camera in one hand. There we go. So it comes off just like that. Then you use a normal wheel nut to get it off. You can see right here, here's the section. Center section, there's a little tab, so it's pretty easy to get the wheels on and off. It looks like it'd be trickier, but it's quite easy. Good size battery box here for long stick packs. You can handle again 3 2S, the longer packs like I have here, which are the standard size. No problem there. It holds even with you know, the Velcro here seems pretty good through water and everything like that. And I don't have any like Velcro ripping or anything like that. The straps actually seem like they are pretty good quality, which is nice. And unlike a normal scaler, putting that battery in the back is not a bad thing at all. If you're going to be towing stuff, having weight on the back is, you know, it's not a bad thing at all. The weight balance on this truck actually, I'm sorry, it's hard to get the whole thing in here as I'm doing this. It's actually fairly balanced, is what it feels like. It's just crazy how far this rear end that it goes out there. You know, it's kind of hard to really to understand how long this truck is wheelbase wise until you actually see one in person, especially if you have another, you know, kind of a standard scaler, which is in the mid 12s, or even some of the longer ones are like 13-inch, but normally scalers are in the mid 12s. So this one at 17.6 is just so long comparatively. So that's a CEN Racing Sicario, guys. Again, my first time with the dually platform here, and I really enjoyed it. It's sort of a trail truck, sort of a basher, and you know, depending what you want to do with it, you can finish it out with you know, kind of customizing it a little bit, and it'll do whatever job you're wanting more so. I can't wait to put lockers in this thing and use it more as a, you know, standard trail truck, but it's a lot of fun. These tires, despite, you know, not having foam and not being, you know, super soft, they actually wind up having a lot of grip on it, and you can get over a lot of things on the trail just because of the power and that wheel speed that you can get with it. I was really surprised with how heavy duty the drivetrain on it felt, and again, it had no problem pulling the sled or bombing around on 3S, or you know, taking the system shock that you know, jumping and landing on pavement and other high traction surfaces can with 3S, especially a truck like this that feels pretty heavy. And again, it's more of a scaler, right? Solid axle, so it's not really, you know, it's not designed like an independent suspension bashing vehicle. So really like the CEN Sicario, guys. It's a pretty cool rig. Thank you guys so much for watching, guys. Again, the unboxing video is live the same time this one is. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.